Stop scrolling. Take a breath. Because what I'm about to reveal today could completely change the way you look at the coins hiding in America. Not in museums, not locked behind glass, but sometimes tucked away in old drawers, forgotten collections, or passed down quietly through generations. Today on USA Mint Coin, we're stepping into the shadows of early American history, where metal became memory, where copper carried the weight of a young nation, and where legendary coins still whisper stories of survival, ambition, and unimaginable rarity. The 1794 Liberty Cap large cent, the 1796 Liberty Cap half cent, and the 1829 Classic Head half cent. These aren't just coins, they are time machines, each one struck when America was still finding its voice, still learning how to mint its identity, still experimenting with artistry, weight, and purpose. Stay with me, because I won't reveal their values just yet. Instead, I'll take you behind the scenes of early U.S. minting, through fires, shortages, political pressure, and human hands that shaped these coins one strike at a time. And by the end of this journey, you'll never look at copper the same way again. If you collect coins, dream of discovery, or simply love American history, this story is for you. And make sure you're subscribed to USA Mint Coin, because what comes next might already be sitting somewhere in your life, waiting to be understood. The 1794 Liberty Cap large cent begins its life in a fragile newborn nation where America was still learning how to define itself, not only through laws and borders, but through symbols that could be held in the hand and passed from one citizen to another. In 1794, the United States Mint in Philadelphia was still an experiment. Machinery was primitive. Power came from human strength. Copper planches were inconsistent. Dies cracked early. And every single coin struck carried uncertainty. The Liberty Cap large cent was not just currency, it was a statement. Liberty appears facing right with flowing hair and a soft, determined expression. Behind her stands the Liberty pole topped with a Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom dating back to ancient Rome and adopted by revolutionaries across the world. This image was intentional. It reminded Americans that freedom had been earned through sacrifice, not gifted. The reverse shows a simple wreath enclosing the words 1 cent and the fraction 1/100. The design is humble, honest, direct. Much like the early republic itself, the coin was struck in pure copper with a diameter averaging between 28 and 29 millimeters. The weight averages around 13.48 grams, though variations exist due to crude planche preparation. Thickness is inconsistent and often uneven, which is normal for this era and actually helps authenticate originality. Many genuine examples show adjustment marks, edge filing, or natural planche flaws. These are not defects. They are fingerprints of history. To truly understand this coin, you must imagine the environment in which it was created. The Philadelphia Mint struggled with copper supply. Much of it was imported, often recycled, sometimes contaminated. Workers manually fed blanks into screw presses. Strikes were uneven, dies wore quickly, and quality control as we know it today did not exist. That is why surviving examples are so rare. Most circulated heavily. Many were lost, melted, or damaged beyond recognition. When collectors today examine a 1794 Liberty Cap large cent, they are not looking for perfection. They are looking for truth, original surfaces, natural color, and honest wear. A smooth chocolate brown patina is highly prized. Red surfaces almost never survive from this era. Grading is absolutely critical for this coin. Professional grading companies like PCGs and NGC evaluate strike sharpness, surface preservation, rim integrity, and authenticity. A coin graded fine tells a very different story than one graded extremely fine or about uncirculated. The jump in value between grades can be astronomical. PCGs and NGC also provide pedigree research, linking a coin to famous collections or historic sales. Provenance adds legitimacy and value. Without third-party grading, this coin should never be sold. Ever. Raw examples are vulnerable to misidentification and undervaluation. The story deepens when you realize that not all 1794 Liberty Cap large cents are the same. There are multiple die varieties documented by Sheldon numbers. Each variety shows subtle differences in lettering, date placement, and portrait details. Advanced collectors obsess over these diagnostics. Some varieties are rarer than others, and some are nearly unobtainable. Die cracks, clash marks, and weak strikes are studied like forensic evidence. This is where numismatics becomes detective work. Now let us talk about survival. High-grade examples of this coin are almost mythical. Most known specimens fall into lower circulated grades. Coins that survived with strong details, clean surfaces, and minimal corrosion are in a class of their own. Environmental damage is the greatest enemy of early copper. Moisture, improper storage, and cleaning can destroy value instantly. That is why collectors emphasize originality above all else. A coin that has never been cleaned even with wear is more valuable than a brighter altered piece. The emotional power of this coin cannot be overstated. This cent may have passed through the hands of farmers, merchants, soldiers, and craftsmen. It may have been used to buy bread, tools, or ink. It existed when George Washington was alive, when the Constitution was still debated, when America was unsure if it would survive. Holding this coin is like holding a heartbeat from the 18th century. Now we arrive at the moment collectors wait for. Verified top-tier examples of the 1794 Liberty Cap large cent, authenticated by PCGs or NGC and sold through elite auction houses, have achieved values around $8 million. This level is reserved for coins with exceptional preservation, strong provenance, and elite market timing. These coins do not appear often. When they do, the numismatic world stops. Selling a coin of this magnitude requires strategy. The correct venues include heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers galleries, and select private treaty sales arranged through high-level numismatic brokers. Never sell locally, never rush, and never accept the first offer. Documentation, certification, and professional representation are essential. If you are still listening right now, you are not just watching a video. You are stepping into the mindset of elite collectors. If this story moved you like this video, subscribe to USA Mint Coin and share this with someone who loves American history, because this is only the beginning. The next coin takes us even deeper into rarity, and the story of American copper has only just begun. The 1796 Liberty Cap half cent continues the story of early American copper, but in a quieter and more dangerous way, because this coin was born at a moment when the United States Mint was struggling not only with technology, but with survival itself. By 1796, the young nation was still unstable. Political divisions were deepening, foreign pressure was constant, and the mint in Philadelphia faced shortages of skilled labor, reliable copper, and even public trust. The half-cent denomination itself tells an important story. It existed because everyday Americans needed extremely small change. Bread, nails, ink, and simple goods often cost less than a penny. The half-cent was designed to serve farmers, laborers, and small merchants, making it one of the most democratic coins ever struck by the early republic. The 1796 Liberty Cap half cent features the same powerful Liberty Cap motif seen on larger cents, but adapted to a smaller canvas. Liberty faces right with flowing hair and a calm yet resolute expression. Behind her rises the Liberty pole topped with the Phrygian cap, a symbol understood by every citizen of the era as freedom hard-won, not inherited. The word liberty arcs above her head while the date 1796 rests below. The reverse displays a delicate wreath enclosing the words half cent and the fraction 1/200. The design is refined and balanced, showing the mint's growing artistic confidence, even as resources remained limited. Physically, this coin is smaller but no less important. The diameter averages around 23.5 millimeters. The weight is approximately 6.74 grams, struck in pure copper. Thickness varies slightly due to primitive planche preparation. Edges are plain. Many genuine examples show irregular rims, soft strikes, or minor planche flaws. These are expected and even welcomed by experienced collectors, because they confirm originality. Perfect symmetry would actually raise suspicion. The production of the 1796 Liberty Cap half-cent was extremely limited. Copper shortages meant fewer coins could be struck. Many were released directly into circulation and used heavily. As a result, survival rates are extraordinarily low. Most examples known today are well-worn, corroded, or damaged from centuries of improper storage. High-grade survivors are among the rarest copper coins in all of American numismatics. To understand why this coin matters, you must understand how fragile the mint was at this time. Employees hand-fed planches into screw presses. Dies were engraved by hand. There was no standardization, no automation, no consistency. Every strike depended on human strength and judgment. Mistakes were common. Dies cracked. Coins were uneven. Yet these very imperfections are what make early copper so fascinating. Each coin is unique. Grading the 1796 Liberty Cap half-cent is one of the most challenging tasks in numismatics. Professional grading companies like PCGs and NGC examine multiple factors. Surface preservation is critical. Early copper is extremely sensitive to environmental damage. Moisture, soil, and improper cleaning can permanently alter surfaces. Original patina is everything. Collectors seek smooth, even brown coloration. Harsh cleaning, scratches, or pitting can destroy value instantly. Strike quality is another major factor. Because of weak presses, many examples show softness in Liberty's hair or the wreath leaves. Coins with sharper details command massive premiums. Rim integrity is also important. Many half-cents show bumps or filing. Natural wear is acceptable, damage is not. Authentication is essential. Counterfeits exist. Electrotypes, cast copies, and altered dates have fooled inexperienced buyers. PCGs and NGC provide not only grading but protection, encapsulation, and market trust. Without third-party grading, this coin should never be bought or sold at high levels. Die varieties add another layer of intrigue. Specialists identify different obverse and reverse die pairings, letter spacing, date position, and minor engraving differences are cataloged and studied. Some varieties are far rarer than others. Collectors pursue them relentlessly. This turns the coin from an object into a lifelong quest. Now imagine the lives this coin may have touched. It may have passed through the hands of a farmer buying seed, a printer purchasing paper, or a shopkeeper making change. It circulated during the presidency of George Washington, during debates over federal power, during a time when the future of the republic was uncertain. This coin witnessed America becoming America. Condition separates legends from artifacts. Most surviving examples grade in lower circulated ranges. Coins grading extremely fine or higher are exceptionally rare. When such a piece appears, the numismatic world takes notice. Auctions become battlegrounds. Collectors wait decades for a chance. Now comes the moment of revelation. Authenticated high-grade examples of the 1796 Liberty Cap half-cent, verified by PCGs or NGC and supported by strong provenance, have achieved values around $10 million. This level is reserved for coins with exceptional surfaces, sharp detail, and unquestioned authenticity. These coins are often sold through elite auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers Galleries, sometimes through discreet private sales arranged by top brokers. Selling a coin of this magnitude requires patience, strategy, and professional guidance. Never sell locally. Never clean the coin. Never disclose details publicly without protection. Documentation, certification, and provenance research are essential. Timing the market can mean millions. If this story has pulled you deeper into early American history, like this video, comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe to USA Mint Coin, because the next coin pushes rarity and value to a level few collectors ever reach. Stay with us. History is still unfolding. The 1829 Classic Head half-cent represents the moment when American coinage stepped out of its fragile experimental childhood and into a more confident and deliberate identity. This coin was born during a time when the United States was no longer simply trying to survive, but was actively shaping how it wanted to be seen by its own citizens and by the world. By 1829, the mint had decades of experience. Machinery had improved, engraving skill had matured, and standards were becoming more consistent. Yet despite this progress, the half-cent denomination was nearing the end of its life. This coin stands at the crossroads of innovation and disappearance, which makes its story even more powerful. The classic head half-cent abandoned the revolutionary Liberty Cap imagery and replaced it with a neoclassical portrait inspired by ancient Greek and Roman art. Liberty now faces left with tightly curled hair held by a headband inscribed Liberty. Her expression is calm, balanced, and dignified. This was intentional. The young nation wanted stability, order, and permanence. The date 1829 appears boldly beneath the portrait. The reverse design shows a strong, symmetrical wreath enclosing the words half-cent. The overall appearance is refined and confident. This is not a nation fighting for survival. This is a nation asserting identity. Physically, the 1829 classic head half-cent reflects changing standards. The diameter averages approximately 23.5 millimeters, similar to earlier half-cents. The weight was reduced to around 5.44 grams due to updated copper standards. Thickness is more uniform compared to 18th century issues. The planches are smoother, edges are cleaner, and strikes are more consistent. These improvements make high-grade examples visually stunning when properly preserved. Yet do not be fooled by improved production. This coin is extraordinarily rare in elite condition. The half-cent was an unpopular denomination by this time. Inflation and changing commerce reduced its usefulness. Many coins sat unused, were lost, or were melted. Survival rates are low, and high-grade survivors are almost non-existent. Most known examples show circulation wear, surface issues, or environmental damage. To truly appreciate this coin, one must understand its historical context. 1829 marks the beginning of Andrew Jackson's presidency. America was expanding westward, industry was growing, and national confidence was rising. The classic head design mirrors this cultural shift. Liberty is no longer a revolutionary symbol. She is a classical figure of order and permanence. This design choice alone makes the coin a historical document. Grading the 1829 classic head half-cent is a meticulous process. Professional grading companies like PCGs and NGC examine strike quality, especially in Liberty's hair curls and facial features. Weak strikes still occur but are less common than earlier issues. Surface preservation remains the most critical factor. Early copper reacts aggressively to moisture and contaminants. Original surfaces with smooth, even brown patina are highly prized. Any signs of cleaning, scratches, or artificial color drastically reduce value. Rim condition is another key factor. Although strikes were stronger, many coins show minor bumps or handling marks from circulation. Natural wear is acceptable. Damage is not. PCGs and NGC also authenticate metal composition, weight, and die characteristics to protect against counterfeits and alterations. Die varieties exist for the 1829 issue, and advanced collectors study them intensely. Differences in date spacing, letter positioning, and wreath details are catalogued. Some varieties are significantly rarer than others. Collectors often pursue these varieties as long-term goals. This transforms the coin from an object into a journey. Now imagine where this coin may have traveled. It may have passed through frontier towns, river ports, or early factories. It existed during a period of rapid change. Railroads were coming, banking systems were evolving, and America was redefining itself economically. This coin is a witness to that transformation. Condition is everything. Most surviving examples grade in lower circulated ranges. Coins grading extremely fine or higher are astonishingly rare. Coins approaching about uncirculated or mint state are legendary. When such an example appears, it becomes a headline event. Collectors wait lifetimes for opportunities like this. Now comes the moment that defines the coin's modern legacy. Elite examples of the 1829 classic head half-cent authenticated by PCGs or NGC. Supported by strong provenance, and sold through premier auction houses have achieved values reaching up to $17 million. This places the coin among the most valuable copper coins in American history. This level is reserved for coins with exceptional strike, original surfaces, and unquestioned authenticity. Selling a coin of this magnitude requires absolute precision. The correct selling venues include heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers galleries, and carefully arranged private treaty sales through top-tier numismatic brokers. Documentation is critical, certification is mandatory, and discretion is essential. Never clean the coin. Never rush the process. Never sell without professional guidance. If you have stayed with this story until now, you are no longer just a viewer. You are part of the numismatic mindset. If this journey through American copper moved you, like this video, subscribe to USA Mint Coin, and share this story with other collectors. Because history does not always live in books. Sometimes it lives in copper, waiting for someone who understands its voice.